You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So Guilds of Ravnica is here a little bit earlier than we thought. I didn't think we were going to be able to start Guilds of Ravnica Standard till next week, but we got one up early, and we are playing a deck that I am super excited about. We are playing Izzet Drakes in Guilds of Ravnica Standard, looking to pair Crackling Drake with Enigma Drake for all the Drake fun, kind of a Izzet spell slinger, make some big flyers, beat the opponent down style deck. So I'm excited for this one. I'm super excited for new Standard. Scarab God, Hazarets, all those miserable cards, Heart of Hurons are gone finally, thank goodness. And that means we get to have some fun with some brand new cards in Standard. So as you can see, 85 bucks in the paper world, 35 ticks on Magic Online. So not a bad deal for a brand new Standard deck. A quick reminder before we break down Izzet Drakes for Guilds of Ravnica Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Izzet Drake, starting with Enigma Drake. So Enigma Drake has been around for a while. 3 mana, you get a star 4 flyer with power being equal to the number of instants or sorceries in your graveyard. So Enigma Drake is a card that I've always wanted to build around because it can be very powerful. 4 toughness means it dodges things like Lightning Strike and Wizard's Lightning. It's evasive. If you can get a bunch of spell in your graveyard, it gets really huge. But the problem has always been with just Enigma Drake, if your opponent deals with it, you don't really have a good backup plan. But then Guilds of Ravnica changed everything with the printing of Crackling Drake. So now, with Enigma Drake and Crackling Drake, which is essentially the same card except 1 more mana and it draws a card when it enters the battlefield, we have 8 Drakes in our deck, which means we can go all in on stocking our graveyard with spells, playing these massive flyers. If our opponent manages to kill one, oh well, we'll draw another one, we'll keep playing our Drakes until eventually one sticks, and then once we get that one to stick, it's going to kill our opponent in just an attack or two because it's going to be super, super huge. So this is the foundation of our deck, the 8 Drakes. The rest of the deck is built to support our Drake plan. So to make our Drakes effective, we need cheap spells that put themselves in the graveyard and maybe put other spells in the graveyard as well. So first off, we have Opt, just 1 mana, scry 1, draw a card, churns through our deck, gets a spell in the graveyard. Discovery Dispersal, we're basically playing it for the discovery part, which is kind of like a 2 mana Preordain, but instead of scrying, we surveil. And in a deck where we're trying to get spells in our graveyard, surveilling is way better than scrying because we just want to dump spells in our graveyard to make our Drakes bigger. We do have just a tiny splash of black mana, 1 Dimir Guildgate. So in theory, in the late game, we can Dispersal, but really, like 99% of the time, we're just playing the discovery part of the card to stock our graveyard, keep churning through our deck and growing our Drakes. Then we have Chart a Course and Chemist's Insight, which are super sweet because they generate actual card advantage. So Chart a Course, 2 mana draw 2, assuming we attack with something, which we can usually pull off. Chemist's Insight, 4 mana draw 2, but also jumpstarts from our graveyard. But along with generating card advantage, they can just put cards in our graveyard. Like if we need our Drakes to get a little bit bigger, we can Chart a Course before we attack to discard a card and grow our Drakes. Chemist's Insight lets us discard a card from our graveyard to jumpstart it. So they work well with the graveyard stocking plan and help make sure that our hand is always full of action. We find more Drakes, we find more removal spells. Speaking of removal spells, to back up our Drakes, we have Lightning Strike and Wizard's Lightning. So 8 Lightning Bolts, which deal with our opponent's creatures in the early game, and then in the late game, can just go at our opponent's face, speed up our clock. We also have Fight with Fire, which is mostly in the deck to kill Lyra and other creatures that dodge our Lightning Bolt 3 damage. So killing bigger creatures, but it is possible with the help of our creatures that we can actually kick it and 10 our opponent's face. So the other 2 creatures in our deck are Siren Storm Tamer, and Goblin Electromancer. So the key thing here is these cards are both wizards, so they turn our Wizard's Lightning into a Lightning Bolt. They also work really well with our Drake plan. So Storm Tamer just comes down and sits on the battlefield and protects one of our Drakes from a targeted removal spell. So if our opponent tries to Vraska's Contempt or Murder, whatever targeted removal spell, Siren Storm Tamer can eat that and keep our massive Drake alive. And then Goblin Electromancer, wizard for Wizard's Lightning, also just lets us churn through our deck at instant speed. Being able to cast our Surveil for 1 mana, cast Chemister's Insight for 2 mana, helps us kick our Fight with Fire if we get to it. If we have like 2 Goblin Electromancers on the battlefield, paying 9 mana for Fight with Fire is suddenly a lot more practical because it's only going to be 7 mana. But really, the main thing with Goblin Electromancer is we get it down along with our Drakes, and we can like Chart a Course for 1 mana, Chart a Course for 1 mana, Surveil for 1 mana, and just stock our graveyard really quick and grow our Drakes from kind of medium-sized threats into like 10 power flying attackers that just kill our opponent in 1 attack. Otherwise, mana base, Steam Vent, Sulfur Falls, the Izzet dual lands, also some Izzet Guild Gates to support, especially Crackling Drake. We need a very specific mana cost. We have 1 Dimir Guild Gate just for this other half of our split card, some islands, some mountains. Sideboard-wise, we got a bunch of stuff for control. Negates come in to force our stuff through counter spells to fight off removal spells. Ionize, another less restricted counter. Also, the damage can be nice. Firemind's Research slips in under counters on turn 2, and then just generates value throughout the game. The Mirari Conjecture gets back some of our spells, can go crazy with lightning bolts at our opponent's face. And then we have some stuff for aggro as well. Fiery Cannonade to sweep away tokens against Selesnya. Another Fight with Fire if we run into the Lyra matchup and gotta kill 5 toughness creatures. Essence Scatter counters any creature. Blink of an Eye works well with our plan. The kicker is reduced as well by Goblin Electromancer, draws us a card. And that is Izzet Drakes for Guilds of Ravnica standard. And that is our budget Magic deck for this week. So I gotta warn you, things are a little bit different this week. You know that we always do budget Magic on Magic Online, but to get this episode out early, we had to do it on Magic Arena. So it's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. For one thing, because of the early release on Magic Arena and the preview day, which is when I recorded this episode, we are only doing best of 1 matches. So I promise if we do more Magic Arena in the future, we will do best of 3. It'll be as much like paper as possible, but it wasn't possible for this episode. But it was either play a deck that wasn't Guilds of Ravnica standard, some random modern deck or something, or play best of 1 on Magic Arena. That was the only choice to get the episode out on time, and I figured, despite the limitations of best of 1 matches, it would still be better to start playing Guilds of Ravnica right away, because I just couldn't wait. I was too excited to play it. So despite that limitation, I think it should still be interesting. So if you have any feedback about the change of clients, let me know that. Also worth mentioning, Magic Arena has moved into open beta, so if you want to play some Magic Arena, you don't need a beta code, anyone can do it, so join and play if you're interested in that as well. So the timing kind of lines up there as well. So anyway, that's our budget Magic deck for this week. Izzet Drakes for Guilds of Ravnica standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Alright. Budget Magic time. We are playing some Izzet Drakes in standard, and we gotta go to 6. That first hand, not doing anything. This hand looks fine, though. Yeah, this looks reasonable. I mean, Sulfur Falls. Yeah, I guess we'll keep the land. So we have turn 2 Electromancer, turn 3 Discovery Dispersal, turn 4 Drake. Seems reasonable. 4 is for our opponent. Well, play the mountain, play Electromancer. That goblin noise. Pass the turn, vote it. Forest, Druid of the Cowl, getting their ramp on. Oh, play Sulfur Falls. Discovery Dispersal. 1 mana, thanks to Electromancer. Graveyard the land. We'll keep Discovery Dispersal. And yeah, let's just kill Druid of the Cowl. So next turn, the Drakes start coming. And now we just gotta stock our graveyard and keep drawing cards. Right now we have 2 instants and sorceries. But Discovery Dispersal will help us get there quicker. Opponent, Forest. And Highland Game, okay, interesting. Well, play Sulfur Falls, play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Whoo, Drake into Drake. I like that. Pass the turn. Feeling kind of good about where we're at. Opponent, Forest, yeah. Oh my god. Bristling Boar. People have literally full collections. I'm not sure. Let's Discovery Dispersal. Try to mill some instants and sorceries. Ugh. Well, mill Lightning Strike, mill Opt. Draw Chart a Course. Steam Vents, untapped. Crackling Drake. Number 2! Ooh, Wizards. Man, we are in great shape. Get in with Crackling Drake. And we should just have lethal next turn. Forest. I mean, our opponent's deck, they're not really putting up a huge fight at the moment, but Drakes are looking... Blanchwood Armor, okay, sure. Galta, also sure. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 7. Well, start with Chart a Course. Discard Electromancer. And opponent scoops it up. All right. That was a pretty impressive performance for Izzet Drakes, I have to say. I mean, our opponent was playing a weird kind of Stompy-ish deck, but Drakes looked pretty good there. That was impressive. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Also, so right now, we are playing Magic Arena, obviously. Magic Arena has Guilds of Ravnica before any place else, before Magic Online even. So we're trying out Magic Arena for this episode. Ooh, that's a Drakey hand. All right. We're trying out Magic Arena for this episode. Opponent, all right, opponent's playing aggro. We'll see how it goes. Definitely give feedback. One of the downsides is we can only play best of 1 game. So this episode is going to be a little weird. I promise if we do more Magic Arena budget magics in the future, we will do the normal best of 3. Rigging Runner. Pretty good start for our opponent. Well, let's opt. Mountain. We have 2 lands to the bottom, I guess. Draw Steam Vents. Well, play Sulfur Falls. I think we just pass the turn and kill something. Probably Rigging Runner. And then we can start Draking next turn. And Drake will be reasonably big. Opponent. Alright. Lightning Strike, Rigging Runner. 4 toughness is a good number against the red deck. Opponent passes. Well, play the island. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Shocks. Well, if our opponent's going to use 2 shocks. Alright, that is perfectly fine. I mean, yes, we would like our Drake to live, but we are fine with our opponent spending 2 burn spells to kill it. Rigging Runner. Again. Lightning Strike. Huh. Do we want to shock? Alright, let's see. Play Electromancer. Discovery Dispersal. Electromancer in the graveyard. We'll keep Crackling Drake. And then I guess we do shock ourselves. Because we're going to take 2 from this Rigging Runner if we don't, so we might as well just kill it. Alright, we got to make sure this doesn't attack. So, kill Captain Lannery Storm. Opponent. Getting in. No blocks. Down to 12. Well, play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Up to a 4/4. Yeah. Opt is good for next turn. No attacks. We got to stay on defense. We don't want to get janked out. Our Drakes are going to take over this game pretty quick. Well, block. An opponent giving us the GGs. Rigging Runner. Yep, mono red not keeping up with the Drakes. Opponent scoops it up. All right, Drakes taking down the red deck. I mean, our opponent did miss a land drop, but maybe Drakes are legit. Maybe Izzet Drakes. I mean, maybe Izzet Drakes is the way to go with standard. Let's keep it rolling. All right, Izzet Drakes. Well, we're going to keep this. We have lots of cantrips. This hand's a little awkward. It's worse against control. Chart a Course is pretty good. Let's just island go. Mountain for our opponent. Ugh. Adonto Vanguard. That is annoyingly hard to kill. Well, play Sulfur Falls. Play Electromancer. Opponent. So opponent's playing Boros aggro of some kind. Mountain. The nice thing about this deck, like, I know it's weird that it's only best of 1 matches, and like I said, in the future we'll do best of 3, but this deck doesn't really, it's not a jank 'em out deck. Like, it's, some decks really feast on being best of 1. Our deck, it's just a general good deck. Alright, there goes Electromancer, unfortunately. We have Crackling Drake for next turn. Well, play the Mountain. Pass the turn. 3 mana means something hasty could be coming down. Mountain. Aurelia would be pretty bad here. Our removal is not good at killing Aurelia. I think our opponent might have Aurelia, but they're worried about a counter, which we obviously don't have. We do not have any counters. Opponent goes attacking. Alright, we'll take it. Down to 14. Alright, Swiftblade Vindicator. That we can kill. Alright. Kill Vindicator. Untap. Play Sulfur Falls. And yeah, let's just Crackling Drake. Conveniently dodging Justice Strike. Draw a card. Alright, more lands. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see. No Aurelias! No Aurelias! Aurelia would be so bad for us here. Opponent. Thinking it over. Crackling Drake's going to get big pretty quick. We have a decent number of spells in hand, and they draw us cards. I do think we have to not block Adanto Vanguard so we don't lose Crackling Drake. Ugh. Well, there's Aurelia. There's Adanto Vanguard. Opponent. No blocks. Yeah, that's bad news. We don't have a way to kill this Aurelia. Opponent passes. Well, let's Chart a Course. Discard Chemister's Insight. Play Sulfur Falls. Play Electromancer. And I guess we gotta pass. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Adanto Vanguard is really ruining our day. We do not have a good way of just killing an Adanto Vanguard. And Aurelia is making it scarier. Like, our Drake is getting big, but we still can't just deal with this Adanto Vanguard. Opponent. Thinking over their options. Yup. Pumps Aurelia. Goes to combat. Attacks. Mentors. Well. We do need to block. Damage. Yup. So, since Aurelia is legendary, we want to wait till end of turn to kill it. Although we could be dead to burn spells. Chainwella. Okay. Down to 4. And Night of Grace. Well, Lightning Strike Aurelia. How are we not dead on board, though? Chemister's Insight. So let's Chart a Course. Discard Chemister's Insight. Chart a Course. Discard land. Chart a Course. We really need some bird spells. We're not hitting them. Discard Electromancer. Play an island. Opt to the bottom. Mountain. Oh my god. We've drawn so many cards, but we haven't found any removal. Opt. To the bottom. Wizard's Lightning. Alright. I mean, in theory, this keeps us alive for a turn, but we have to chump with Electromancer. Yeah, Adanto Vanguard just ruined our day. Plus removal spell on our first... Well, I guess, yeah. Electromancer sticking would have been nice. Well, blue-red, we learned. Tajik as well. Haste, Mentor. Yeah. Now we're officially dead. Alright, alright, alright. Well, we learned something about Izzet Drakes, and that is Adanto Vanguard. Brutality. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some more Izzet Drakes on Magic Arena. And, alright, this hand's actually pretty good. We will keep it. We got some card draw, we got some Drakes. Ooh, Izzet Guildgate. Well, Steam Vents tapped. Bazador. The Izzet Mirror. Mountain for our opponent. Well, Sulfur falls, and that's just Electromancer. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. And, alright, Lava Coil. Well, Steam Vents untapped. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Now we just gotta get some spells in the graveyard. Sarkin. Okay. Sarkin, gonna do some looting. Well, we can kill Sarkin here. Pretty easily. We would like to Discovery into a land. But if we whiff, there's a chance that Sarkin lives. And that would be very bad. I think we gotta go for it. Actually, yeah, let's Discovery. We do need the land. I guess we keep both. Yeah, land Enigma Drake. Draw the land. Play the mountain. Lightning Strike Sarkin. And, yeah, kill Sarkin. Pass the turn. We know we're drawing more Drakes next turn. Opponent opts. They do have a Phoenix in their graveyard. So if they can cast 3 spells this turn, they get back a Phoenix. Although Phoenix is basically bad Drake. It's only a 3-2. Island. Ooh, Crackling Drake. Opponent also Drake and draws a card. Yup. Well, we draw Enigma Drake. Let's just kill this thing. Go attacking. Opponent ups. Opponent is kind of outspelling us at the moment. Who's got the better Drake deck? Island. Opponent's got more land drops, that's for sure. Shocks our face. Beacon Bolt. Alright. Gets back the Phoenix. Hits us down to 13. Well, let's just chart a course. Discard Chemister's Insight. I guess we gotta pass. Opponent. Gonna go attacking. Well, kill the Phoenix. Opponent passes. Play an island. Yeah, let's play Enigma Drake. It does die to the jump start of this Beacon Bolt, but pass the turn. I wonder if we should be playing Beacon Bolt. Maybe it's better than it looks. We do have a lot of instants and sorceries. Opponent, yup. Chart a course. Discard some cards. Land. Beacon Bolt discards a Lightning Strike. Alright, there goes our Drake. And Lightning Strike. Alright, well, we're down to 7, but we have a lot more cards than our opponent. That's the good news. Well, let's opt. Sulfur falls, I guess, to the bottom. Opt. Crackling Drake to the top. Draw Drake. Alright, so opponent gets to hit us to 7. Play the mountain. Play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Ooh, that's not bad. Play Siren Storm Tamer. That gives us a bit of protection from another removal spell. Pass the turn. All right. All right, all right. Opponent has a Crackling Drake. Okay, that's a good draw. Also an 8-4. Opponent. Passing. Okay. Well, let's get in with Crackling Drake. Opponent's going to block. All right. Drake's down. However, this turns on Chart a Course to draw 2. Play an island. Chart a Course, draw 2. And, yeah, let's just pass. Enigma Drake's better next turn when Storm Tamer can protect it. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's Wizard's Lightning the Phoenix. Are we winning the Drake Mirror? I almost think we are. Opponent. Yup. What do you got, opponent? More Crackling Drakes. Well, let's opt. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. Draw Discovery Dispersal. Opponent gets a Drake, draws a card. Plays a land. Untapped. Oh, play the Mountain. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent gets to draw 2. Sure. Yeah, this is a close game. This is super close. Opponent's drawn a lot more Crackling Drakes than we have. They've drawn 3. Alright, Chemister's Insight discards a Phoenix. Oh, that's scary. Ops. Wow, are they just going to get back all their Phoenixes? That could actually beat us. Scries to the top. Land untapped. Shocks our Siren Storm Tamer. Alright, I think we might be dead. Yeah, opponent's got the full combo. Wow. Well, these Arc-like Phoenixes have been good for our opponent. We block Crackling Drake. I also feel like we've just got outrun to some extent. Down to 1. And opponent has a Lightning Strike. All right. Arc-like Phoenix taking it down. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Well, I guess if you're going to lose, the mirror is a fine place to do it. Arc-like Phoenix looked good that match for our opponent. All right. Let's see what we're up against this time with Izzet Drakes. Opponent's on the play. All right, I mean, we'll keep this. We got some cantrips. We got some Drakes. Discovery. I mean, this hand actually looks really good as long as we hit our land drops. We have just a lot of Drakes. Opponent's going to 6. Scries to the bottom. They do get to play first. Island. Well, Mountain, go. So our opponent playing blue-white control. Yeah, looks like we're getting to Ferried. Well, Sulfur Falls, Electromancer. Search for Azkanta, doing its thing. This is a matchup that I think probably gets better after sideboarding. But we're in a best-of-1 match, so that's not a thing that happens. Opponent's got Treasure Map. Well, Discovery Dispersal. We really need lands. All right, land. Draw Sulfur Falls. Yeah, it's fine. Play the land. Yeah, we might as well get in. We do need to pressure our opponent. And pass the turn. Opponent gets to start the scrying. Well, we can start playing Drakes next turn. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Opponent. Search for Azkanta. Keeps it on top. Draws a card. Planes. And there's a card. Alright. Sure. Alright. Makes a token. Well, let's opt. Draw the land. Opponent passes. Well, play the island, and let's just Crackling Drake. Draw a card. No attacks. Gotta make our opponent kill our flyers. Or sweep the board. All this card draw is going to be a problem eventually. Like, they will flip this stuff, and that's a lot of card advantage. Karn, take it up. How about basic island? Opponent gets an island. Plays a land. Teferi is a bit obnoxious here. Opponent. Passing. More lands. Oh, play the island. Let's fight with fire the token. Opponent counters. Alright. Well, then let's Chemister's Insight. And yeah, I mean, get in at Karn. If they got a seal away, they get to keep their Karn. Come on, no seal aways. Alright, Karn down. Drake coming through. And we have a lot of Drakes left in hand. Opponent, gonna scry. Getting close to flipping the treasure map, but we have our opponent under a lot of pressure. Look at this hand. We have 2 more Crackling Drakes and an Enigma Drake, and we got a Chemister's Insight for card draw. So if things go well, next turn we can Enigma Drake and Chemister's Insight from our graveyard. Opponent, gonna do the flipping. Upkeep flip. Desperately digging for something. This does pump the construct, but I mean, our Crackling Drakes are going to be bigger and better, hopefully. Opponent. Goes to combat. Or plays a land, rather. Another card. They just keep it coming. Yup. Takes up. How about Radical Idea? Resplendent Angel is a bit obnoxious. We do not have a removable spell in hand for it. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's opt to the bottom. Draw a card. Well, let's opt. Land to the bottom, draw a card. Kill Karn. Man, Crackling Drake is just the Karn assassin. Yeah, Karn down. Play Sulfur Falls. Play Crackling Drake. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. Alright. Well, that's not a bad last card. Opponent gets to flip their Azcanta, so this gives them a bit of hope, but they're still under a lot of pressure. They're going to need to find sweepers. We've eaten through the Planeswalkers. We have 3 more Drakes in hand. Main phase Azcanta. Looking for some action. Finds Cleansing Nova. Alright. So that can come down next turn. Which does mean we're not as excited about casting Drakes this turn. Opponent. Getting in. Interesting. No blocks. Yeah, we know our opponent's hand, Radical Idea and Cleansing Nova. I think we're in okay shape. Oh, treasures to cast. Well, thankfully, there's more Drakes where that came from. Alright, so step 1, Crackling Drake, again. Draw a card. Play the island, Enigma Drake. And alright, opponent, those are some big old flyers. Can you find another answer? You got a turn. You got a turn to fight another sweeper. I guess we don't just win next turn, but we could chain together spells to make this lethal. Radical Idea draws a card, sacking the treasure. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Do they find it? If they find another Cleansing Nova, then that's pretty bad for us. Azcanta. Storm Tamer lets us deal with Settle the Wreckage. Seal away. Okay. Well, Storm Tamer can handle that. Radical Idea draws a card. Discarding a land. Opponent passes. Well, Chemister's Insight. Discard the Guild Gate. Draw some cards. Huh? How are these not the same power? I'm so confused. Shouldn't these always be the same power? Let's play Guild Gate. Play Storm Tamer. This covers the seal away. Go attacking. Still have no idea why this... These are the same exact card. Alright, counter seal away. Hit our opponent to 7. What is going on with these Enigma Drakes? Power toughness equal to the instants and sorceries in your graveyard. Power is equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. Says 7. I don't understand. Azcanta, Disdainful Stroke. Yup. Guild of Guin. I think we might have got there. Did we just take down blue-white control with budget Drakes? Ooh, boy, that is a masterpiece, Teferi. Well, now our opponent's got to tuck just to have any hope. Tucks a Drake. Oh, that does it. All right, so we get to opt to the top. Lightning Strike, our opponent's face. Down to 4. Go attacking. And that is Budget Drakes taking down the monster of Standard to fairies, and we didn't even have sideboarding, so we couldn't even bring in our negates and our good control stuff. That was an impressive performance for Izzet Drakes. I gotta say, like, the deck has some power. The deck has some power. We fought through a sweeper. We fought through removal. We fought through 3 Karns. That was sweet. That was super good. That was, I think, the most impressed I've been with Izzet Drake since we've been playing it. Whew, sweet. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some more Izzet Drakes. In Standard, on MTG Arena, because that's the only place it's available at the moment. Well, alright. I guess we'll keep this. We got ops. Many, many ops. Yeah, we'll try it. See what our opponent's up to. Tap land. Well, island and... yeah, let's just Storm Tamer. Pass the turn. Dragon Skull Summit. Well, get in for 1. Play the Guild Gate. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Alright, let's opt. Yeah, we'll keep Chart of Course. Play an island. Go attacking. Chart of Course. Alright. Kill Storm Tamer, that's fine. It's a lot of Drakes. Well, pass the turn. We were hoping to hit a land, but Drakes are a good backup, although Spitfire can take them down. Well, let's opt. There's a Sulphur Falls. Definitely keeping the land. And, I mean, I guess it's Drake time. Ooh, Electromancer too. Well, Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Alright, there's a cast down. Well, our opponent's doing a good job of killing our stuff. Opponent passes. Well, play Sulphur Falls. Play Electromancer. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent finds a land. So they're up to Nicole Bolas mana. Ritual of Soot, eh? Alright, well, I guess this means we play Drake. Opponent's like full-on control. Main deck Ritual of Soot. Interesting. I'll pass the turn. There's Nikki B. Well, discard Chemistress Insight. And then opponent passes. Let's Lightning Strike our opponent's face. Untap. There's a mountain. Alright, let's think about this. Let's go attacking with Enigma Drake. Opponent blocks. Alright, we'll trade. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Vraska's Contempt. Alright. Opponent's got all the removal, that's for sure. Well, let's see what we find. Chart of Course. Alright, Chemister's Insight. Discard the mountain. Draw a couple cards. Play Sulphur Falls. Chart of Course. Discard a Guild Gate. And pass the turn. Thought Eraser! Oh my god. Well, there goes our Crackling Drake. Good lord. Good lord! Opponent is max control mode. Well, that's Chart of Course. Discard Sulphur Falls. Discovery Dispersal. Steam Vent's Bottom, or Graveyard. Yeah, I guess we'll draw Electromancer. At least it's a creature. Play Electromancer. Play the Guild Gate. Pass the turn. Tap land for our opponent. Another Spit Flame. Well, let's Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Well, pass the turn. We only need one attack. I don't know if we will ever get that attack in, but that's all we need. Oh my god, Vraska's Contempt. Opponent has drawn an infinite amount of removal spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Pass the turn. Another Thought Eraser. This deck is playing so much control stuff. This feels like the I mean, this is basically the control deck of last format, except with no Scarab God. There's a Sarkhan. This is miserable. I think we're in trouble. Our opponent has just drawn so many removal spells that I don't know what we can really do about it. Seems like, I think with this Izzet Drake deck, it's a deck that, if we were playing with sideboards, would get better against these control decks after sideboarding when we get to bring in counter spells of our own. Well, pass the turn. Opponent, looting with Sarkhan. Niv Mizzet the Parun. Well, Lightning Strike our opponent's face. Wizard's Lightning our opponent's face. Lightning Strike our opponent's face. Yep. Well, play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Play the Mountain. Pass the turn. Down to 19. Opponent loots. Yes. Draws a card. Pings us. Down to 18. We need one land. One land and we can kick this fight. Oh my. I'm going to lose it. 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 Oh my god. Oh, opponent with the run goods. And our. Oh, now we're done. Man. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, the greatest running in the history of mankind. And, well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the upside of playing a $1,000 deck, is you get to draw $1,000 worth of cards. All right. Enigma Drake, go. Yeah, that's miserable. That is miserable. Our opponent managed to find so many of their removal spells. I mean, I guess untapping with this Niv Mizzet is helping because they're drawing more cards, but still, they've just had every card they've needed directly on the top of their deck, unfortunately. They've managed to draw like 5 lands and then just infinite removal. Well, yep. That be the game, boys and girls. That be the game. Man, that was close. We almost got the fight with Fire Kill. I guess we weren't going to draw a land this turn anyway. Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. This is a matchup, though, like I was saying, this is one of those matchups where our deck improves significantly after sideboarding, and I don't think our opponent's deck improves significantly. Like, our opponent's deck is already playing everything, I mean, they're playing things to beat creature decks right down to Ritual of Soot. So, our opponent's deck is already trying to beat creature decks. Our deck is trying to beat the meta at large. So, once we bring in negates and Mirari's Conjectures and all that kind of stuff, our deck improves a lot, while our opponent's deck, I don't think, improves as much. And with all that being said, our opponent, like, had to get reasonably lucky to not die, even with them having their deck set up game 1 and ours not. There's a tap land. I mean, yeah, we'll attack. It's not going to work, but our opponent finally fizzled, but they fizzled a bit too late. They have another, well, unfortunately, we only have 2 Fight with Fires in our main deck, so we don't actually have a draw that can win us this game. We have more in our sideboard, but we don't have another one in our main deck, so I don't think there's anything we can draw here. Lightning Strike doesn't do it, and we will scoop it up. Oh boy, that was a brutal one. I mean, the Grixis control deck, it looks like old Grixis control. Pretty much the same deck, just without the Scarab God. Nib Mizzet was sweet for our opponent that game, but boy, that was a bit frustrating. It seemed like whenever we had the game locked up, our opponent managed to top deck for like a few turns in a row. Oh! Alright, on to the next one. Alright, budget magic time. Izzet Draken, still. Opponents winning their die rolls. Well, we're going to keep this. Sounds fine. Watery Grave. Well, Island, go. We just pretty much want to opt into lands to play our Drakes, I think. Ooh, opponent's playing blue-black something. Argul's Bloodfast. Well, that's opt. Yeah, we'll draw that. Discovery Dispersal should find us a land. It digs pretty deep for a land. Well, there's another one. Well, Sulfur Falls. Discovery Dispersal. Yeah, we'll draw lands the next 2 turns. That's fine. We do need to hit our land drops. Island for our... I still am, like, petrified whenever I see starts like this. Ugh, really? That's annoying. I'm still always worried about Scarab God, so I'll play Enigma Drake, pass the turn. The lifelink on this is actually pretty annoying. Field of Ruin. Opponent's got Vraska's Contempt. Well, our opponent's running out of cards. They have this Bloodfast. They did gain a bit of life, which is good for them, but they are getting low on cards, so sooner or later they're going to be out. Or they're going to have to start paying tons of life, neither of which is ideal for our opponent. We can Lightning Strike this at some point. We'd rather our opponent just not have more Vraska's Contempts. Another Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin's a Sulfur Falls. I'll take an island. This does let us opt. Murder. Alright, let's opt. Lightning Strike, I think, to the bottom. Alright, another Crackling Drake. Opponent gets in with the Dork. Oh, they're so low on cards, but they've gained a lot of life. Play an island. Let's play Electromancer. Discovery Dispersal. Ooh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we want this mountain? Not really. Well, I guess we do. Let's draw the mountain and pass the turn. At some point, our opponent's going to start drawing cards, which is not exciting. But our opponent has used a lot of resources. Yeah, let's kill this finally. Now that our opponent's gained 1,000,000 life. Another land for our opponent. Lazov, the Multifarious. Alright, so that lets him surveil and pay life to get back Blood Operative. They left whatever it was on top. Doesn't cast it, though. Well, play the mountain. Play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's... Yeah, let's just pass. Actually, let's Lightning Strike Lazev. Opponent's going to start paying some life to draw some cards. Go attacking. Pass the turn. Opponent down to 19. The life gain has been pretty impressive with this Bloodfast. It's actually giving our opponent a lot more cards. Opponent. Did they find another Vraska's Contempt to make us sad? Murder. Deck's playing a lot of removal. I will give this deck that. Night Veil Predator. Interesting. Well, play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Play a Mountain. Play Electromancer. Pass the turn. Opponent's got to be careful. They don't know about this Fight with Fire, but we can actually kick a Fight with Fire next turn. They only have 2 cards in hand. If they go too heavy with the Theft of Sanity, okay. And there's Blood Operative. All right, opponent's out of cards. Exile something from the graveyard. Yep. Well, I think it's time to kick a Fight with Fire, which should be pretty excellent. All right, well, Fight with Fire, kick it. 1, 2, and 7. 1, 2, and 7. Opponent down to 12. Mostly clear the board. We're going to all attack. I mean, I think our opponent has to trade with the Drake and just take 4, yeah. All right, opponent down to 8. Fight with Fire. Maybe we should be playing more Fight with Fires. Last game, we wanted to Fight with Fire too. Opponent draws down to 6. We have 1 Wizard's Lightning in hand. We have 4 power on the battlefield. Are Drakes getting through? The Endless Removal? The Endless Removal? Lazov, sure. Opponent, Surveils. They can get back their lifelink dork. We're so close. We're so close. All right. Are they going to pay 3? If they pay 3, they put themselves in Wizard's Lightning range. I don't think they can do it. They're just dead if they do it. Come on. Oh, opponent says no. No, sirs. That is wise. What do you got, opponent? What can they turn this into? I guess a Night Veil Predator is the most likely. I mean, we have 2-mana Chemister's Insight into flashback 2-mana Chemister's Insight. All right, so Chemister's Insight. Draw 2. Chemister's Insight. Discard a Mountain. Draw 2. Steam Vents. Untapped. Go attacking. Opponent blocks. Trying to play around the slight possibility of a counter. Opponent's down to 4. Well, alright. Lightning Strike your face. And Wizard's Lightning your face. And we got the GGs! We got the GGs! Drakes coming through, taking down Blue-Black Surveil. Oh my god, say good game. There we go. Woo! Alright, Drakes, Drakes, Drakes. The deck is pretty good. It's pretty good. We fought through a lot of removal that game. Alright, draking it up. Sweet. Bronze tier 2. Oh, Drakes. I like this deck. I like it. It'll be interesting. We'll have to try it. We'll have to try it sometime with sideboards and see how that changes things. But that's Drakes. We got the Drakes. This is actually pretty good. We will certainly keep. Yeah, we'll keep. See what our opponent's up to. Alright, the red deck. Yeah, let's just Storm Tamer. Go. This potentially lets us chart a course next turn. Oh, Boros. Lots of people playing Boros, which is not a surprise. Boros is probably the most hyped guild for the beginning of Standard, at least. Well, get in. Play the island, chart a course. Alright, pass the turn. Wizard Lightning is pretty good. Opponent, Mountain. Tajek. That's less good. Opponent gets in, Mentors. Huh. Alright, we take 1,000,000. Alright, let's Discovery Dispersal. Steam Vents Graveyard, Sulphur Falls top. Play Sulphur Falls. Pass the turn. Plains. Oh, man. Alright, so let's Wizard's Lightning Tajik. This still is not good. That's still an Aurelia. We still don't have a fight with fire. Alright, we take a beating down to 11. Wizard's Lightning doesn't kill it. How many spells? 1, 2, 3. Well, play Enigma Drake. Steam Vents. Pass the turn. Opponent. More Tajiks. Land. Well, Wizard's Lightning Tajik again. Opponent goes attacking. Mentors Aurelia. Well, I mean, we got to block. Okay, that's fine. We still trade. We'll play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Guildgate. No attacks. Opponent's down to 1 card, but they still have an Aurelia. Alright, Goblin Banneret, sure. 1 card. Goblin Banneret, sure. They're not hasty. Opponent. Aurelia. Yup. Pumps it. Goes attacking. Well, we got a chump. We have a shot. Man, we might be beating this deck. Alright, so we play Electromancer, step 1. We play Discovery Dispersal, step 2. Do some surveilling, draw a card. Ooh, Lightning Strike is great. We will keep both of those. And now we just pass. Leave up double Lightning Strike. Hopefully clear our opponent's board and then we win. I mean, we're at 2, which means we could just die to a Lightning Strike off the top. So we do have to close out the game relatively quickly. Let's Lightning Strike. And Lightning Strike. Opponent. So I've played Vindicator. Okay. And passes. Well, play Enigma Drake. Play Siren Storm Tamer. Block, block, block 7. Pass the turn. Boy, this is close. This is super, super, super close. Opponent. Yup. Oh! Alright. Storm Tamer. Counter it. Not dead yet. Storm Tamer coming through. Yes, that's why we got the Storm Tamers. Staying alive. Oh, Lord. Just barely staying alive. Alright, opponent pumps. Sure. Attacks with everything. Oh, just attacks. Okay. So we block here. Block here. Block here. We do lose a Crackling Drake, but we sweep the board. Stay at 2. Well, Chemister's Insight. Draw 2. Opt. And we'll keep it. Discovery Dispersal. Cast Discovery Dispersal. Electromancer Graveyard. Opt. Graveyard. Play Guildgate. Get in for 11, and this is it. What do you... No Lightning Strikes. Come on. No Lightning Strikes. No Lightning Strikes. Come on, Drakes. You got it. And opponent scoops it up. Drake's coming through. Taking down Boros. This deck has beat a lot of legit decks. A lot of the decks that have been most hyped for Standard. Drakes are doing it. They're doing it. I like this deck. I really do. Sweet. All right. Budget Magic time. Playing some Izzet Drakes. In Standard, Guilds of Ravnica Standard on Magic Arena, and yeah, alright. I mean, no Drakes, lots of Guild Gates, unfortunately, but we have a million cantrips, so it should be fine. We even have our 1 black source, so maybe we'll actually Dispersal. Oh, yeah, we'll keep it. See what our opponent's up to. Clifftop Retreat. Well, Guild Gate go. Looks like Boros. Boros is a popular choice. Ooh, Naya. Legion's Landing, okay. Well, let's island and discovery dispersal. Land. We are going to need another reds. No, we don't. Land. We definitely don't want land. I guess we can keep opt, though. Yeah, we'll keep opt. Pass the turn. Opponent. Getting in for one. So Naya tokens, maybe? Ooh. Nope. Ugh. Alright, well, I mean... We drew a Drake, so we will play a Drake. Only a 1/4, but still a good blocker. Also, good lightning strike dodger. Speaking of lightning strikes. Yup. Bonnet. Ooh, hitting the land drop. Sacred Foundry untapped. Tajik would be... Ooh, History. History Benali is also kind of annoying. Opponent passes. Sulfur falls. Alright, let's opt. See what we draw. Wizard's Lightning. Alright, I guess we'll keep it. Play Izzet Guildgate. Pass the turn. Leave up our Lightning Strike. Probably going to have to start Lightning Striking these Knight tokens. Both so they don't get big, and also so our opponent can't flip this Legion's Landing. Opponents thinking it over. You can see the mouse moving around on everything. Sapperling Migration. Alright. Well, it looks like they might get to flip their Legion's Landing. Gonna be hard to stop now. Well, Lightning Strike. Tribunal is good. Tribunal does get rid of our Enigma Drake, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, I guess we keep Draken. Play the Guildgate, pass the turn. So Legion's Landing is going to flip. Legion Warboss. Alright. Goblin. Here they come. Well, we'll eat the Lifelinker. Yep. Down to 8. Well, chart a course. Discard a Chemister's Insight. Play Sulfur Falls. Man, I guess we gotta pass. So we can kill the war boss and block something. The only tiny bit of good news is our opponent doesn't have big creatures. They're going wide. One of the weird things about our current format, I guess we actually have Fiery Cannonade in our sideboard. That's like our sweeper, but we don't actually get sideboards. Not this episode, but in the future, we do have a sideboard card that is good against this and doesn't kill our Drakes. I was going to say we don't have one because of Clarion or whatever, the Boros sweeper, but we do have a Pyroclasm. Heroic Reinforcements. Oh, does that just beat us? We kill this, we block this, we die. Yeah, that actually just straight up kills us. Well, I mean, we'll let it... Okay, sure. Wow! Maybe this is actually going to be a thing. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. Well, this is another one of those matchups where... Sideboards. I feel like our matchup gets better after sideboarding, because we get to bring in answers, and I don't think our opponent has specific Drake hate. Drake hate isn't really a thing that exists, so I think that once we can bring in our cannonades, we would have a lot better time against the token deck. Alright. Come on, Drakes! Budget Magic time. Draking it. Man, we have not won a die roll in what feels like eternity. I'm just going to put that out there. Winning a die roll is like opening a Nexus of Fate in a treasure chest. Just not a thing that happens. Bye. Alright, we'll keep. Opponent going to 6. That sounds fine, though. Turn 1, something into Electromancer. Ooh, Steam Vents. Yeah, let's just Storm Tamer. Storm Tamer lets us chart a course next turn, and then Electromancer into Discovery into Drake, something like that. Sulfur Falls. Opponent passing. Well, go attacking. Steam Vents, untapped. Chart a course. Aye, no lands. That's a little bad. We were hoping to hit lands. Ooh, Jeskai. Alright. Interesting. Alright, there's a land. Well, let's just Sulfur Falls. Play Electromancer. Do some surveilling. Draw a card. Chemister's Insight Graveyard. Steam Vents. Yeah, we'll draw Steam Vents. Go attacking. It is kind of nice to be able to surveil over Chemister's Insight. Chemister's Insight seems pretty good in this deck. Opponent, Island. Maybe this is Jeskai Control. Lava Coil. Better on that than on one of our Drakes. Alright. Steam Vents, untapped. Go attacking. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. Crackling Drake, eh? Alright. Draws a card. So opponent's playing a Jeskai Drake deck. Sulfur Falls. Alright, let's opt. Well, we gotta keep the Drake. We can't say no to a Drake. Draw the Drake. Untap Mountain. Play the Mountain. Get in with Enigma Drake. Opponent takes it. Play Crackling Drake. Draw a card. And pass the turn. And I think we might just be out-draking our opponent. Sulfur Falls. I mean, their Drake's only a 2/4. Ours are 4/4s. I feel like we've seen other Drake decks, and I feel like we have some good things going on. That's one of the cool things about Standard being so fresh and new is people are just, like, figuring out what's best. Like, we have no Lava Coils. Not in our main deck, anyway. We do have Fight with Fires. We do not have Fire Mines Research in our main deck. We do have him in our... Whoa. All right. Interesting. Crash Through. Opponent's build is very different than our build. Chart a course. Yup. I think we win next turn if our opponent doesn't block, though. Opponent passes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, play an island. Go attacking. Opponent blocks. Alright. We'll just let it go. Hit our opponent 9. We could have been more aggressive there. Play Enigma Drake. Pass the turn. We could have been more aggressive, but I'm not sure it's really necessary. Opponent needs a lot of counters to deal 5 damage. Alright, Enigma Drake, sure. And, ooh, boy. Spice! Opponent's got the Spice. Unfortunately, I think our opponent's dead, though. Well, unfortunately for them. Fortunately for us. To the face with our Lightning Strike. Oh, I guess we don't even have to attack. Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike. Alright. You got there. We got there with the Drakes. Well, opponent had a lot of interesting stuff going on, but I feel like our Drake build probably a little bit more focused. So, hey, we'll take it. Not bad, not bad. So what do we learn this week about Izzet Drakes for Guilds of Ravnica Standard? And overall, matches are a little bit weird. We had to do the best of 1 matches, like I mentioned in the intro, because that was the only option available to do the episode to get it up for this week. So we played best of 1 matches. We ended up going 6-4, which is pretty reasonable. We played a lot of what I would consider to be real decks. I mean, things are wacky in the first day of Standard. People are trying new things, but we played a lot of decks that I figure people will actually be trying on Magic Online and paper as well. Boros and Grixis, and we played some other Izzet Spellslinger style decks and Izzet Drake style decks, and we managed to post a solid record. It wasn't an absurd record, but for the variance of best of 1 matchups, I felt like we actually did pretty well. So the deck itself, it felt pretty solid. Having 8 Drakes made the deck function well. We didn't have too many problems not finding a threat, although it is worth pointing out that in very heavy control matchups, we did occasionally occasionally run into problems where our opponent was just like, murder your Drake, Vraska's contempt your Drake, Vraska's contempt your Drake, and after like 4 or 5 Drakes are killed, then things got a little bit more sketchy, and we're kind of left like on the burn plan to actually close out the game, and that makes it a little bit more challenging. So I feel like, though, overall, the deck functioned well. I was very impressed with Goblin Electromancer in this deck. Chart a Course for 1 mana and Discovery Dispersal for 1 mana were very powerful, very strong. Chemister's Insight worked really well, so I don't know if I'd really change a ton from the deck. I feel like some of the problems that we had with mostly the heavy control matchups, we also lost to a go-wide token deck. I feel like those are things that are improved by our sideboard. Like, if we can bring in a bunch of negates to counter the Vraska's contempts, or bring in Fiery Cannonade to sweep away the tokens, like, some of those problems get solved. So the matchups that I felt were like kind of bad, which were heavy control and also tokens, would probably be mostly fixed by our sideboard. Like, once we're playing Firemind's Research and Mirari Conjecture and negates, and taking out some of our bird spells, which are not as good when our opponent's only playing like 5 toughness dragons, then I feel like the matchups would naturally improve. So I think some of our bad matchups were more just a product of the best of one environment, which was just a weird quirk of this episode because of how the timing lined up. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't think I would change much on that front. I am interested in maybe adding more Fight with Fires. I was surprised at how easy it was to fight with fire with Goblin Electromancer, and that was a way we could have stole some games against some of those heavy control decks that are just killing all of our Drakes repeatedly again and again and again. Having this 10 damage to the face burn spell, along with Lightning Strikes and Wizard's Lightning, kind of gives us a weird backup plan for winning the game. So I think Izzet Drakes is sweet. I bet we will try to get at some point in best of 3, see if our sideboard theory of having negates and stuff, see if that does help with the control matchup. But if you're looking for something sweet to try right away in Guilds of Ravnica Standard, I think it's a pretty sweet option. It's cheap, it's fun, it's spell slingy, it's a really cool deck. You draw tons of cards, you build big threats. It kind of is a little bit of everything. So anyway, that's been our budget magic for this week. Izzet Drakes for Standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.